Hi, I'm Cassie. I'm one of the doulas here at Breathe. I'm also an advocate at DVIS for domestic violence and sexual assault victims. Today on Monday with the Midwives, we're going to discuss the different types of birth trauma. There are several different types of trauma, and that can include having a miscarriage, prior traumatic birth experiences, loss of an infant, physical injury, domestic violence or sexual abuse, different types of assault. These types of traumas can actually bring on different types of emotions, and you may feel alone or helpless or lost, confused, unsure. Oh my God, no. 24 to 35% of women report that they have endured some type of trauma during the birth experience. There are several different types of birth trauma. Some I have went through myself. But those feelings, they can include feeling helplessness, feeling alone, lost, confused, just like unsure of everything. But you're not alone, because there's women like me who are out there who have experienced this and who are going to talk about it and who are going to bring awareness to it. I lost my child. I had a miscarriage, and it was very, very hard. And I'm still working through that. And it's going to be a process. It's going to be a long time. Okay. This is getting better. If you have experienced trauma, there are several resources here in Tulsa. One that I love in particularly is this book. It's When Survivors Give Birth. It's by Penny Simkin and Phyllis Claus. This book is a great resource for anyone that has experienced trauma, sexual abuse, and even domestic violence abuse. Another resource that we have is counseling. So there are several different therapists and counselors that you can seek that can help you process through some of that trauma. Just please make sure that they are trauma informed and that they are trauma trained. Pregnancy can also be a trigger, so making sure that you talk with your provider and making sure that they are sensitive to your needs is very important. That can actually be a key role in your birth experience. As a trauma-informed doula, there are several things that I would do to help a mom who has experienced trauma. So one thing is talking with mom and talking with the family and talking with mom's birth team, whether that be her partner, her provider, a nurse, or even her doula. These people play an active role in her birth, and these people need to be aware that this mom has experienced trauma. I think it's very important that you talk with the mom about the type of trauma that she's experienced, making sure that she feels informed and that she feels heard, because this is her voice and this is her birth. Also, as a trauma-informed doula, I just want to educate the client and make sure that they are completely knowledgeable over the expectations that they may have during their birth, whether that be having a cervical check, because that can be a possible trigger, having the light stem, that could also be another one, touch. Some women are very, very sensitive to touch, and so you want to be aware of the different types of sensitivities and the different types of needs that mom has. Meeting with the parents, meeting with mom especially, just discussing the different types of options that she has, because one thing that I have noticed whenever I have worked with a mom that has experienced trauma is sometimes, most of the time, they get overwhelmed and then they feel like they've kind of lost control over the situation. So bringing that back to mom and giving her options and making sure that she knows that, you know, giving her confidence and boosting her confidence and, you know, telling her and showing her that she is doing it and that she is going to work through this can actually help her birth experience. later down the road, she may be thinking back of her birth, and even if there was a negative experience or if there was some type of trauma, she may be able to go back to that point where you were giving her confirmation and validation that she was doing good. You can even provide affirmations to her that she can come back to that and remember those things, and remember that there were positive things that came out of her birth, so she can look at it in a different light. As a support person for mom, it's also really important to talk with the medical staff. If mom is having a hospital birth, a birth center, or even a home birth, making sure that you talk with the staff, meaning the midwife, the doctor, the nurses, the doula, if there's a partner, if there's a support person, whoever that may be, making sure that everybody is on the same page, because mom may have expectations and mom may think that her birth is going to go a specific way, but we all know that things happen, and sometimes there is a time for medical interventions, and you want to make sure that that mom is prepared for that. You want to make sure that she is informed and that she knows what her choices are for whatever it is that she may be doing. Also, talking with the staff, I'm going to go back to that, talking with the staff and just letting them know, of course, if given permission, just letting them know that mom has experienced trauma before and that these may be her triggers, and these are ways that maybe we can help her control the situation a little bit better, so that way, again, everybody is on the same page. If for whatever reason there was medical interventions that needed to happen, or if there was some type of traumatic experience that happened, mom can go back to that moment and remember that she was in control, she made the decision, and that she's the one who decided what happened with her baby and her body. If you've experienced trauma, I just want you to know that you're not alone. I'm there with you, and I'm gonna walk that path with you. If you do feel alone, reach out and give Breathe a call. We would love to be there with you and to walk that path alongside you. In honor of Infant Loss Awareness Month, please join us at Breathe Birth and Wellness to honor and to celebrate all those who have suffered loss on October 22nd at 6:30. Next week on Mondays with a Midwife, Hillary Goodner is going to be talking about the role of a doula and what continuous support looks like.